Hello, this is Christy. The new Riverside platform is out. They call it Riverside 2.0. And while I'm going to have a detailed walkthrough of the new functionality, the new editor, the new everything, today I want to show you a new feature that was added that wasn't there before. It's called motion graphics. And it's really straightforward and it's exactly what you think. You can now include animated titles and motion graphics that you can customize with AI. You're going to see how this works. You don't need to push a bunch of buttons. You need to just tell the AI what you want, taking the motion graphics that are there, making them work for you, personalize them with your content, and add them to your edits in the new editor. Let me show you how this works. So here I am in the new Riverside editor, which again, I'm going to cover this in detail over the coming weeks. You have a new section here in the right-hand side. It's called Motion. Now, I've got this edit that I usually show you stuff in, I demonstrate with, and I want to add, like, let's say a subscribe button, for example. And I used to make these externally before and just bring them in, and it was a lot of pain. If you needed to change something, you have to bring them in. But now, the motion graphics library, it's not really your traditional stock library. If you go here in the motion graphics, you can see it's got like a bunch of categories, and I can only assume that this panel here is like version 1.0, right, of the panel, because it's going to probably have much more motion graphics than I can see here now. And it's also maybe hopefully going to have discoverability functionality like search or something, and favorites. I know that's coming too. So look at this. You've got motion sets, you've got stats and waveforms, you've got name tags, intros, and you've got subscribe and follow buttons that you can customize. So one of the subscribe buttons, let's take this one here, for example. I can choose it. And when you click it, look what happens here. You click on this, and then instead of just simply adding it to your timeline, it's actually going to open the co-creator, and it's going to have a sort of conversation where you ask, first of all, what you want to change on that asset. So the co-creator opens up, it previews that animation for you, it kind of shows you what it's doing, and then it says, here's your social profile follow pill, add it as is to your timeline. Obviously, I don't want to do that. And or ask me to tweak the text, color, style, or anything else, right? So obviously this has got an example here, Justin Walker something with a follow button and a avatar picture, right? So I can simply, instead of clicking buttons and personalizing things, I can simply ask the AI what I want to change. For example, change the name to Christy Kotovan, that's the name of my channel, and the handle underneath to Graphicious. That's my username on YouTube for a long time. Press enter. I'm not going to ask for the picture yet. So here we go. It's going to work on that and personalize it and create a new version now with AI that is going to match the changes you asked for. Here we go. As you can see here, and I can click this to see it larger. It is very high resolution, by the way. And I'm not done yet because I want to change my picture as well. And how do I do this? Well, you can go here and attach an image from your computer to replace in that asset. Let's go ahead and do that. Upload file. Among the millions of icons I have on my desktop here, I have my picture. I'm going to click and select that. That's my profile picture on my YouTube channel, for example. And then I can say, change the channel avatar to this image. Here we go. And usually it takes just a few seconds to do these changes, so it helps if you maybe tell them to do them all at once, you know. But here we go. Let's see how now it's generating the new video. There you go. Look at this. It's got my Graphicious, my name, and my avatar ready to add to the timeline. So when I'm done personalizing this, and by the way, I can ask it to change the color to some kind of red, for example, the following button. You can ask and describe exactly what you want. Click Add to Timeline, and it's going to add it, by the way, where your playhead is. Click on this one here, Add to Timeline. It turns into a command to co-creator. Hey, go ahead and add it to the timeline. And I think that's a sign of things to come with the MCP, which allows you to connect Riverside to your AI chat, like Claude, ChatGPT, and Agent, if you want. and then it's going to let you talk to it. But that's a different video. That's a different discussion. Here we go. In the new editor, which by the way, it's much more flexible. You can see how I can tweak the UI so much. There's my video on a separate track. Let's play this. I'm going to make the video larger so we can see it. That's the Excel guy. That's the Zoom guy. Look at this. It's brought that animation here. Obviously, it's put it in the middle, but I can move it easily because things on the new editor canvas or stage, whatever you want to call this, are now flexible. You can move them around. So I can move this down. I can make it smaller like this, pull from the corner, position it where you want like this, and I am done. Watch this. That's the Excel guy. That's the Zoom guy. So if you're on Zoom, go to that. But then you try and say, there you go, animated, call to action. And the thing, I know it's coming. If you select this one and you go to the menu here, you see favorite here. It's grayed out at the moment. I think we're going to be able to add these two favorites. And if you can copy them, you can duplicate them, you can move them behind stuff, whatever. And if you want to reuse them, you can just copy them from here and reuse it for now. But I think they're going to become part of the overall sort of things, favorites you can save. For now, if I want to reuse this again, all I can do is just copy it and go somewhere else and paste it. Or if I want to save this as a scene that I can apply again, let's see, I can go here and I press slash. By the way, hint, hint, you can press slash again at the end, and I have created a scene where this graphic is part of that scene, right? So all I do now is I go to scene at the top and I go to saved, and I can save the current scene. And watch this. It saved it. And now let's say I want to go somewhere else, maybe here where I don't have this element. I'm going to press slash again, or by the way, you can press this button here, add a new scene like this, click, and it adds a new scene where your playhead is located in that moment. And here, this scene has no animation button. Watch this. Go to scene, and I'm going to go to my saved scenes. This is the last one I saved. Click. There you go. The animation button shows up in there as well. And by the way, these saved scenes, you can use them in other edits as well. So you can quickly apply these kind of like your own custom templates. So there you go. I mean, other motion graphics here, you can go and say, you know what? I mean, look at these are some quirky ones with like paper cutouts from books. You can use like a chat simulation. You can ask it to type some stuff in here, you know. For example, let's click on this one here, this one here with like a typing animation that I've just added here. I don't even know what this one is saying here, but I can say change the text. So here we go. Change the text on the close up caret prompt animation to say, book a coaching call with Christy to learn Riverside. Here we go. That's the text I want shown. Click on that and then just wait a few seconds to have it personalized for you. Let's go somewhere else in the timeline where we will insert that animation. I'm just going to place it right here. Let's see what's happening. And it is done. And if I click to add, here we go. That now has become a B-roll on top of the tracks in my edit. If I play this after I published it. So yeah.
That's what happens. Rarely does a vid, you mentioned this.
There you go. And then it disappears. And of course you can select it, resize it, have it fill the screen if you want to. Just click on that and press here to fill video. There you go. And you can also have animations such as transitions. You can have an in and an out, which means how do I want it to show up? Maybe fade in. How do I want it to go out? Fade out again. So here we go. Look at that. After I published it. So yeah.
That's what happens. Rarely does a vid, you mentioned.
And it fades out. So very cool addition here. And you may think there's maybe a limited number of these, but I'm guessing there's going to be much more showing up soon with much more variety so that you can customize and use these in your edits. Very nice, cool touch. And I'm so impressed that this was actually integrated into the AI stuff instead of giving us buttons to press, a properties panel to tweak and find how am I changing the color on this? How am I doing this? That would have been a too complex UI interface, I think, in my view. So this one makes it kind of easy to do. And if they bring much more variety to these, there's going to be your entire sort of your own library of assets and motion graphics that you can use in your edits to make them, spice them up a little bit. So there you go. I hope this was helpful. And this is just one taste of the new stuff that's come out in Riverside 2.0, they call it. And stay subscribed because starting next week, I'm going to just have so many videos just walking you through the new editor, the recording features, the AI features, the newsletter features, by the way, and so much more stuff. So now with this new version of everything in Riverside, they are really moving towards having an entire stack of creation, creator stack in a single platform. You've got recording, you've got editing, you've got social media, you've got scheduling, you've got newsletters, you've got website for your podcast hosting, all those things in one platform. So really exciting stuff. Stay tuned and see you in the next one.